A man who failed school, dropped out of university, and watched seeds of his business collapse. You might think he will accomplish nothing in his life, but that is the surprising part. Today, that same guy is worth $500 million. And the crazy part is that he made it happen within 5 years. We are talking about Davie Fogarty, a 26-year-old entrepreneur who tried many different ideas. He sold products, started businesses, and tested many strategies. He kept failing and learning, and then during the COVID, he struck gold. One product, just one, turned everything around. So what was the magical product? How did Davie plan his way to billions? And most importantly, how can you use his strategies to build your own success story? Let me show you. Davie Fogarty grew up in Adelaide, Australia. In his early years, he was not a confident kid by any means. He struggled with self-doubt, avoided standing out, and hated anything that put him in the spotlight. Even as a child, he carried a lot of insecurities. School didn't help his confidence either. Teachers labeled him difficult, and he started believing them. He was not interested in academics and constantly clashed with teachers. Things got so bad that by grade 10, all 5 of his teachers told his parents he was failing. That was a wake-up call, both for Davie and his family. His parents were supportive, but even at that time, they gave him a tough choice: his ways or lose their backing. That was the point in his life when he knew something had to be done. For the first time, Davie realized that if he didn't take control of his life, nobody else. The turning point came from an unlikely source: YouTube. He stumbled on old Nike commercials and motivational videos featuring Michael Jordan. Watching those ads, he discovered a new belief that success does not come from talent, it comes from effort and persistence. So he decided to prove to himself and everyone else that he was not stupid. He just needed to try harder. Davie started setting goals. He worked on his grades, got a tutor, and pushed himself to take on tough subjects like maths and physics. At the same time, he took a minimum wage job in a warehouse. This is how he would save just enough to pay for gym sessions. Small wins at the gym helped rebuild his confidence. With every workout, every improved grade, he felt like he was building momentum. By the time he graduated high school, Davie was a different person, but he still thought university was the right path. So he signed up for mining engineering at the University of Adelaide. Why mining? Well, according to him, it sounded cool, and 6-figure salaries straight out of university were tempting. But the reality was that he hated it. The massive lectures or boring content and zero passion for the subject didn't help. He stopped showing up and eventually dropped out. Now free from university, Davie decided to enter the world of business, but he failed miserably even in that. His first attempt was opening a Vietnamese roll shop. He poured his savings into it, waking up at 5 a.m. to prep bread rolls and cook pork, then working non-stop until evening. But the cafe struggled to stay afloat, and before long, it had to shut down. It was a tough loss, but Davie did not give up. Next, he jumped into selling products online, where he tried eBay and Instagram marketing. He started creating Instagram pages in niche areas like fitness and recipes, selling shout-outs and ads to small brands. It seemed promising at first. He even made a decent amount of money, but these ventures didn't last long either. Then came the Instagram scam. He spent $40,000 buying an account, only to discover it was hacked and returned to the original owner. That $40,000 was almost the money he had at that time. By now, most people would have thrown in the toy, but Davie didn't. Every failure taught him something new, and then it all paid off. All the hard work, all the heartbreak from his multiple failures, it all paid off. It was during the COVID when the world turned upside down and everyone was stuck at home. All everyone wanted was just to feel cozy and comfortable when the rest of the world was under attack by a tiny virus. Davie Fogarty saw an opportunity here. He started thinking, what do people want when they are home all day? Something cozy, something that feels like a hug, and something practical. That is when the idea hit him, a wearable blanket. But Davie did not just create any blanket. He took everything he had learned from his past failures and poured it into this product. He called it the Oodie, an oversized, ridiculous, cozy blanket with a hood and a massive pocket to make it functional. He knew people wouldn't just buy a product, they would buy how it made them feel. Launching the Oodie was not luck. Davie was ready for this moment. From his Instagram ventures, he had perfected the art of marketing. He knew exactly how to use influencers and TikTok trends to make the Oodie go viral. And it worked. People could not stop talking about it, posting about it, and gifting it. The timing was perfect. During the lockdowns, when people needed comfort the most, the Oodie became the favorite and yes, one of the most trendy products that could be bought online. Davie also used his early lesson in logistics to make the business run smoothly. Even when customers delayed his shipments, just like in his early ventures, he communicated with his customers and kept their trust intact. He knew transparency was key to building loyalty. Another clever thing he did was expand his product line to include various designs and collaborations with major brands like Disney, Warner Brothers, Marvel, and DC Comics. This is how he made his Oodie appealing to a broad audience. By 2024, the Oodie had achieved remarkable success with over 7 million units sold worldwide. By then, could you get what his net worth was? Yes, $500 million. So what do we learn from his story? How can we use his strategies to achieve our financial goals? Before I tell you that, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more success stories and financial tips that will make you take control of your future and achieve financial freedom. Alright, let's see how you can copy Davie and work your way toward that same impressive bank balance. Davie's story shows that you don't need millions or a perfect plan to succeed. You just need to start. He had lost everything in his failed venture. So when he decided to create Oodie, he had just a few bucks, a simple but great idea. He just wanted to prove that starting small is enough as long as you have big goals and are willing to work hard and smart. If you say that you are waiting for perfect conditions, then it's just another excuse. Don't do that to yourself. What made Davie stand out was not luck, it was his mindset. He failed 6 times and each failure became a lesson. Instead of giving up, he used his lessons to refine his skills in marketing, logistics, and customer understanding. Failure didn't stop him, they prepared him for success. The takeaway here is that you should never fear failure. Treat it as a step forward. Another thing Davie mastered was solving a real problem. The Oodie was not just a random product he launched at a random time. This product filled a need during a tough time. People were stuck at home, looking for comfort, and the Oodie delivered exactly that. The lesson here is to focus on what people truly want or need. Find the gap and offer the solution. Lastly, Davie knew how to connect with people. Social media was his tool. Instagram and TikTok helped him promote the Oodie to the world. You don't need fancy marketing degrees, just a basic understanding of where your audience is and how to engage them. If you want to become successful like Davie, remember that his journey was not easy, and so won't be yours. There were long hours, shipping delays, and tough moments, and you might face many challenges as well. But success comes to those who are ready to grind, learn, and keep going no matter what. Davie proved that anyone willing to put in the effort can achieve incredible results. Now the question is, are you ready to do that? If your answer is yes, and you want some help doing so, check the description below. I have linked my stand store with the best tools and resources to help you learn how to make money online. So no more waiting. Start today. Take that first step, and who knows, maybe one day we'll be talking about your success story here. Thanks for watching. I see you in the next one. You're welcome.